Hello, welcome back to the Games Kingdom. My name's Carl King, and today we're going to be taking a look at a product from Loke Battle Mats. Now, a few months ago I did a review of the book that you see here, the Giant Book of Sci-Fi Battle Mats, and that review is up on my YouTube channel if you want to go back and have a look at it. And just to give you a quick example of some of the pages in here, we've got things like this with sort of squares printed and hexes. So you've got a huge array of different sort of internal and external areas to play on, as well as some space sort of pages. So as you can see here, and there are 62 of them. Well, today we're going to be having a look at this. It is the Loke Battle Map Board Grid and Hex version. So as you can see here, it's got a very nice sort of fantasy themed picture on the front, and then on the back it shows exactly what you will be getting. It is a 2-foot square, and on one side there are 1-inch squares printed, and on the other side there are 1-inch hexes. So this is very easy to store because it folds out. It's all sort of connected and just folds up, a bit like a game board. So as I say, it's a quite a big 2-foot square area. It's easy to clean, and you can write on this with a dry wipe marker. Excuse me. And you can either use it as a sort of a surface where you can sort of play small skirmish games on, where you've got sort of 1-inch movements, or you can put down a map. Maybe you want to you can overimpose that with perhaps a clear laminate map area. You could put some terrain down on it, or you could just use it as a battle arena if you've got a sort of game a bit like a sort of gladiatorial game, and you want to sort of make an area for the combatants to fight over. This would be ideal. So let's have a quick look and we'll show you how it works. So what you do is you unfold, and as you can see now, it's gone out into a nice huge 2-foot area. So obviously you've got the squares on this side, and you flip this over and you've got all of the hexes on the reverse. So you've got this sort of versatility of being able to use it for a multitude of games with a multitude of different bases, as I say, from either squares or hexes. Even round bases would work on both of these, because you've got that sort of thing where the bases will fit in, as long as they're not bigger than obviously an inch. But as I say, they are sort of dry cleanable and wipeable, so you can sort of mark on these and you can scribble all over it, and then you just get a tissue and you literally just wipe that off, and it's clean and ready for your next session. So you can use sort of, as I say, you can use sort of just bog standard sort of kitchen roll or tissue. You can use sort of little sort of hand wipes and things to give it a bit more of a clean over, and just make sure that it doesn't sort of set on there. So once you've finished with it, just give it a quick go over. But as I say, you can put your models on your board like so. So here we have some fantasy models, mostly sort of 25mm bases, but again, there's nothing to stop you putting larger ones out on the board, just to sort of give it that sort of perspective of, you know, the models on a particular hex or whatever. And then you can do the same with things like this. These are some aliens, and if you're using things with clear bases for stuff like this, then that would be even better, because your clear bases you can see straight through into the hex, so you can clearly see what hex and things they're supposed to be in. And again, you can even go up to sort of putting the alien queen on the board, You know, that will take up a bit more space obviously, but you know, there's plenty of scope for this to be able to use in a multitude of different games. You could use it for things like Saga, Stargrave, Frostgrave. As I say, you could put stuff down on here, your terrain and things, and then the rest of the board, obviously you've got that sort of grid or squared effect for your movement to go around, you know, for your ease of knowing where it is. You don't need rulers. This would be ideal to use if you're taking a small sort of skirmish game, maybe to a convention as a club, something to sort of you know, sort of for the public to play on, where you don't need to give them rulers and tape measures. The board's all laid out with instant sort of areas for you to use as movement generators. So you know, you've got sort of, you know, your 6, 12 inch, whatever movement you've got for your different sort of figures in whatever game that you're playing. So as I say, I think this is going to be quite useful for some of the games that we play at our club, and I think, as I say, we'll be able to use this at conventions. But this will be great for things like role-playing games as well, where dungeon masters may want to sort of draw a map or use it maybe as a room or a tavern or a building. You could use this as the sort of bottom or whatever floor of a building that you enter into. You can put some scenery on it and play out scenes within this, or even a sort of cavern area. If you're putting down a few sort of corridors and doors and things, you could use this for a multitude of role-playing games, like, you know, your sort of your D&Ds, your Pathfinders, your Alien RPGs, all those sorts of things. This sort of board stroke gaming area will be, as I say, useful in a lot of different systems and for a lot of different games, be it sort of, as I say, role-playing or sort of miniature rules games on a small scale. But there's nothing stopping you potentially buying more than one of these and sort of putting them together. Maybe, you know, with a bit of sort of forethought, you could perhaps put 2 or 3 of these on the table and just sort of ignore the areas around the edge and just sort of move around those boards and have them sort of joined on. So yeah, you could easily make a larger area for this, or, as I say, just use it in its form that it is here, either as the hexes or the squares. So as I say, you've got that sort of versatility there. You could even do this. You could have half and half on one particular thing if you want. Don't know why you would use it potentially that way, but there's nothing stopping you doing that. So yeah, this is another cracking little product from Loke Battle Mats, and if you want to go and check out their website, they have many more of these types of things, including a lot more of those books that I showed you earlier. They've got ones for obviously the fantasy genre as well. I got the sci-fi battle mat book there, which I did a review on, as I say, so you can go back and check that out. But yes, Loke Battle Mats with their new battle mat board, grid and hex, fold out, double-sided, 2-foot square, and for me this is going to be very useful for certain games that we play, and certainly at sort of conventions and events where we take games for public participation. So for me, this will get the Games Kingdom Royal Seal of Approval. So as I say, you can go and check that out on their website, and if you want to, you can check out all of my other video content on my YouTube channel, The Games Kingdom, and please click a like on this video if you would, and it would be great if you would subscribe to the channel as well. Plus check out my Facebook page for video links and other gaming chat. And just as a little aside to that, I'm trying to build up my subscriber levels. So once we reach 250, I'll be drawing one subscriber at random, and I'll be contacting them and sending them a little game. And then I will do the same at 500, and the person who does that will also get a game, and that may well be a slightly bigger one, and may well do that as the numbers increase, just sort of to give some other people you know, the odd game here and there that I've had in maybe as a review copy, and then I can sort of pass that on and other people can use it. But yes, if you wouldn't mind just checking out my other content, click on that like and subscribe, and who knows, you may well in the near future be contacted and winning a prize. So for me, it's bye for now until we do another one. Bye.